Hey, my name is Matt Warren, and this is a daily Founder Fuel, a daily journaling prompt for founders and entrepreneurs. And today's prompt is how do you stay on top of industry news and what's happening in your sector and your business, and what your competitors are up to, that sort of thing. So here's my thoughts. I like to think about content on a time horizon of how long it takes to produce it, and therefore what kind of value you're going to get out of it. And in that respect, you have the short form stuff, the Twitter, X, the TikToks, shorts, and reels that take potentially minutes to produce and publish. Those things are going to be platforms where you get up to the day trends of what's happening in your industry if you follow the right people. And I jump onto those platforms to get that kind of information. And it's great because there's a bit more dialogue happening there, and it's lively and people are thinking about that today. So you can chime in and contribute or just take away some personal lessons of whatever's going on. And maybe it derives into a marketing campaign, or maybe it helps you get thinking about something that you weren't thinking about yet. Then there's sort of like this middle range of content, the stuff that's maybe 10 to an hour, 10 minutes to an hour long. It takes a bit more time to produce, like a podcast or a long form YouTube video that has more effort put into it. You're going to get more knowledge-based content there, or reviews or things that are more in-depth than you would get in a tweet. And I love that kind of stuff for both staying on top of things with podcasts and people who talk about their industry every week. That's a great way to stay on top of things. But also just general learning, going out and being like directing yourself to the content that you want to consume, in the case of like a YouTube tutorial or something like that. But if it's I guess like an example there for me recently has been cold email. I'm trying to learn how to do cold email. There's a lot of technical aspects to it. It's a bit of a trend. It's existed for a long time, but I see more and more people talking about it these days. And so I'm going to YouTube to learn how to actually execute that effectively. And YouTube has been a pretty good spot to learn that sort of content. And then going into the longest form content, the books, the published books, or the courses, those sorts of things are tremendous for changing my mind and getting me amped up and psyched for making big changes and taking on challenging new endeavors. So I find like any self-help book, a leadership book, that sort of stuff really gets me thinking about how to reorganize my life, changing things on the computer, thinking about how to get re-energized into tackling a new marketing or sales approach. And a book is a great way to really drill in to your head that new way of thinking. So I find that books I like to think of them as like the most effective form of mind control that we have. And you can be deliberate about controlling your own mind by delivering the right books to it. And so I try to do that as much as I can. And you'll see in the next video, I'm talking about the book that I'm currently reading. So that is it for this journaling prompt for Daily Founder Fuel. It's got me thinking about how I consume content and maybe being a little bit more deliberate about it. But if this kind of thought process journaling prompt sounds interesting to you, head on over to dailyfounderfuel.com and drop your email in there. We'll send out one prompt per day. Just get your brain juices going, and looking forward to seeing you there.